The NFL through 12 weeks so far, I think we all can say has been a little surprising because the Arizona Cardinals are the third best team in the NFC as it stands right now. If the playoffs were to start today, they're the third best. And not only on top of that, but we are also the division leader in the NFC West. We're on top, baby. And I know this thing is really close, as you guys could see. And nothing's set in stone, nothing's finalized. A lot can change going into the end of the season, but the Cardinals are on top. And there's only a couple games left, so can the Arizona Cardinals sustain this, or are they gonna fall off? Well, today I'm gonna be giving you guys my predictions for that. I'm gonna be talking about what I think is gonna happen and why the Cardinals actually have a really good shot at taking this home and actually making the playoffs, shocking the entire NFL. Let's go ahead and dive into this thing, man, because it gets kind of interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is the remaining opponents on every single team's schedule. The 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams have it pretty difficult, and we'll bring that up in just a second. But let's go ahead and dive into the opponents because they are not easy. The Packers, one of the best teams in the NFC, are up next for San Francisco. This is a very pivotal game. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. That's not an easy one. Then they play Buffalo, who has Josh Allen playing at an MVP level, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best teams, just took down Kansas City. Clearly, they're one of the best, probably a top 4 team in the NFL as it stands at the bare minimum. Then you got the Bears, who are not a slouch of a team. They're not fantastic. This should be a win for San Francisco. Rams, division opponent, always tough. Miami, they just got Tua back. Their offense has been a lot better. They're operating at a way higher level. That is not an easy game either. Detroit are a top 3 team in the NFL. One of the best, if not the best. They're number 1 on a lot of people's power rankings. Then they have the Arizona Cardinals. This game could hold so much weight as it could legitimately win the division. It just depends how everything shakes out. But their schedule is one of the most difficult in the league to end the year. So it's very interesting, and that is just one of our division opponents. Because then we go to another division rival, the Los Angeles Rams, and they don't have an easy schedule either. They got the Philadelphia Eagles, again, one of the best teams in the NFL. A lot of good teams that everybody is playing. Then they have the Saints. Not an insanely difficult game, should be a win, but you never know. The Bills, we already talked about it, Josh Allen MVP level, one of the best teams. 49ers division game, always tough. The Jets are on the collapse. This should be a free win, but you never know. Then they have the Cardinals right after Christmas, which division games, always difficult, and they finish with 2 of them. 3 of their last 4 are division games. The Rams are going to have a tough chance to make the playoffs because every team in the NFC West has been very shocking, and you never know. But the Rams offense is operating at a high level. They have Matthew Stafford, Puka, and Cooper Kupp, so you never know. This is not a team to take lightly, and I think they give us the best threat to take the NFC West. They're the scariest team in my opinion. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about the final team, and that is the Seattle Seahawks, who the Arizona Cardinals play next. That they are actually in a way better spot, or at least I think so, because they have the Cardinals, who I think are a very tough team, and we play them 2 times out of the next 3 games, and they play the Jets, who still have Aaron Rodgers. They could obviously win that game, but it's not like the easiest in the world. The Cardinals dogged them. It should be a win, but you never know. Then they play us again, like we said. The Packers, one of the best teams in the NFC. The Vikings, one of the best teams in the NFC. Then they have Chicago. Who knows? Right after Christmas, very interesting. And then you have the Seahawks versus the Rams. They end with the division game. Very interesting. These are not easy schedules whatsoever. I would say this is the easiest, but it's not easy because they play us twice, Minnesota, and the Packers. That is tough. And then if you honestly want to chalk the Rams, pretty difficult. And when we're talking about strength of schedule, like this is what it's looking like. These are what people are ranking the difficulty of schedule. Chicago 1, Browns 2, Patriots 3. And as you guys see, the San Francisco 49ers are ranked number 4. That is tough. Like, they have a very difficult road to the playoffs, and they put themselves in this position because a lot of the games early on, they should have won. That's their fault, but here they are with the 4th most difficult remaining schedule. San Francisco with a record of 5-5. It's a tough battle, man. It is so tough. And then you have the Rams at 6 and Seattle at 7. All of these teams have a record of 5-5, and 3 of the 7 top teams are in the NFC West, so the Arizona Cardinals bode very well because the average opponent rank on difficulty of schedule, the 49ers sit here with 11.4, the Rams with 13.2, and Seattle with 14.0. It is not an easy road. Seattle, like I said, has the most easy schedule, but it's not that much easier because they still play the Cardinals twice, the Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. So it's not easy whatsoever, but it's the easiest out of these three. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Arizona Cardinals right here. As we are 6-4 at the top of the division, we have a game lead. We are an undefeated 2-0, and if we can beat Seattle, that would put us at an undefeated 3-0 in the division, put us in a fantastic spot, have one of the easiest remaining schedules going forward. There's no excuse for us not to make the playoffs. If we don't, it's on us. We need to take care of who we got to take care of. But in terms of rankings, we have the 25th out of 32 easiest schedule in the league. And it makes sense looking at the opponents because the Cardinals, after pouring it on against the Jets, like, this is their remaining schedule. They have Seattle, who I'm not a believer in, then Minnesota, one of the best NFC teams. That is going to be a tough game. But outside of that, you have the Seattle Seahawks again, who the Cardinals should at least beat one time. Then you got the Patriots, not a fantastic football team. Panthers, one of the worst in the league, if not the worst. The Rams, and then the 49ers. All the NFC West games are going to be very tough. That's obvious. Every division game, no matter what it is going to be tough. Like, if the Ravens suck one year and the Steelers don't, like, it's always going to be tough. There's a rivalry there. The competitive spirit is high. They want to beat the other team, and it is very difficult regardless. All these teams, though, are pretty solid in the NFC West. But the Cardinals, I would say, at least have 3 games that they should win. And if they drop them, that is very unfortunate, but we need to at least beat Carolina, we need to beat the Patriots, and we need to win at least 2 other games. If we can handle business where we're supposed to, if we can at least beat Seattle one time and potentially just knock off like the Rams, I don't see a world if we get to 10 where we do not make the playoffs. That's the biggest key to me, is the first team to 10 wins makes the playoffs. And there's what, 5-6 games remaining for every single team here? Sorry, there's actually 7 games remaining. So, I mean, if the Cardinals can sit here and potentially just get 4 more wins, we're in a good spot. The rest of these teams would have to win 5 of 7. That is insanely difficult. I don't see in a world where that happens, but you never know. The NFL is unpredictable, but the Cardinals have to find a way to at least get to 10, and if we can get a division record of at least 4-2, I think that solidifies it. We get to 10 wins with the division record of 4-2, the division's wrapped up, man. That is all it comes down to. And if we can tie in the division with anybody, we still would have a chance at making the playoffs, but you don't want to do that. You want to continue to pile on wins. We're in a good spot. The offense is fantastic. Defense is coming together. But you have to string these wins together, and we are on a 4-game win streak. Let's make it 5 against Seattle. Let's expand the division lead and actually prove everybody wrong, even myself, because I said our cap this season was like 9-10, and in a world I could see 11. So, I mean, potentially I get proven wrong and we win more, because technically there is a world where we win out and get to like 12 wins. But is that going to happen? I'm not sure. We're going to find out though. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the NFC West. Who do you think is going to win it after seeing the strength of schedule? Who do you think has the easiest path going forward? And will the Cardinals remain the NFC West champions at the end of the season? Or are they going to fold? Are they going to collapse? And is some team going to overtake them at the end of the year? You let me know. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content. So if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.